Investing in Airbnb property can be one of the most profitable real estate investments you can make. And with COVID coming in and introducing so many new individuals to Airbnb and VRBO type vacation rentals, we've seen an explosion in demand on the entire market. Investing in Airbnb properties have not only provided amazing passive income and changed my life, but it's also provided so many other real estate investors and past clients of mine an unbelievable newfound love for investing in real estate. And the reason for this is not only can it provide much better cash on cash returns than traditional long-term investments, but it also provides a different type of investment strategy to a well-balanced portfolio. Now, I've gone ahead in the two previous videos have gone over how to secure your financing, because without money, can't buy the house. And number two, how to find the perfect Airbnb market based on a number of different factors. Now, if you haven't watched those two videos, please pause this video and go back and watch those two videos, as you'll see them here in the video library. Now, let's get started on the third component, which is how to find real estate deals in the property market that you've located. And how we do that is using two particular websites. The first of which is using a website called AirDNA.com or AirDNA.io. The second one is using mashedvisor. Now, I'm going to walk you guys through in great detail on how I use both of these websites to find my next hot property in a real estate market that I've defined. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is 5 years ago, I made a big mistake and really did a crappy job turning a Big Bear rental into a vacation rental. I didn't know the tools, I didn't know how to do the research, and at the end of the day, I made the mistake of selling the property, which cost me about $300,000 of a loss, because that property now has gone up in value about $250,000, and it's a booming market up there in Big Bear Lake. And I've lost out on tens of thousands of dollars of rental income every year because I just didn't know what to do. That is why I made this video series to help you and all the clients that use us for their financing to find that perfect mix of the location of the property with the profit it's going to generate, as well as understanding the regulations that can come within that particular market. So come on and join me on this journey while I help you find that perfect property in the market you've defined. Now, the first website we're going to be going to is AirDNA.co. Now, if you're at this point where you're like, Brian, I'm ready to get pre-approved and go ahead and actually start that Airbnb process, whether that's looking at pulling cash out of your current home to get that down payment to buy this property, or two, you have those funds and you're looking at getting pre-approved on what you can afford, you can go ahead and click the link in my bio or click the link below to go ahead and actually start that pre-approval process. And for anybody that gets pre-approved with our office, I will actually have my team send you, with the pre-approval letter, a breakdown of the particular city you're looking in and the bedroom type you are of this full AirDNA profile. And it will go over tons of details, which I'll go with you in here. So we'll do that for you, and then you can research through it. Now, it's very important to know, I am not going to tell you and come up with a whole list of properties. That doesn't help you. What helps you is understanding the process by which we go through to identify these properties, because this gives you the tools in your tool bag to be able to now do this over and over again. But the first time, I'm going to show you guys specifically how we do this and how I do this personally. So if you're ready to jump on, just go ahead and click that link. Now let's get started. Now, the first report is AirDNA.co. Now, this will charge you a monthly subscription based on every city you do. Or you can do it like what I did, and I spent about $13,000 a year to get access to every city. Now, I don't recommend you guys doing that unless you already have a ton of Airbnbs. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through this. So Nashville is where I own 3 of my rentals, and I'm currently in the process of getting potentially under contract in 2 more. I'm in the last negotiation phases. Okay, we're at AirDNA.co. Now, Nashville is a property that I currently right now am in pending with 2 properties, as well as I already have 3 Airbnb years right now. Now, with AirDNA.co, you pay per city, and it is not cheap, but it's roughly about $30 to $90 per month per city. Now, obviously, you don't have to get this. If you guys go through us and get pre-approved, I'll go ahead and run this report, and my loan officers will go over that with you guys. But here's the property. Here's why I like this. Look, it goes ahead and first gives you an overview. What it does, it breaks down, like we've talked about, how to find that market. And it's already justified this market. And I told you in the video, we've gone ahead and we found the market. So Nashville is an A+ market. That's why I love it. 96 out of 100. So how do we go ahead and we find the perfect property here? Well, as we've gone ahead, and what we want to do is once we're in that market, we want to go ahead and we want to look at the occupancy. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do in the occupancy is we're going to click, I make my properties ninth at 75th percentile. Now, what I want to do is go property by property. I want to see what type of properties are really the most in need. So let's go on to the 2-bedroom. So my 2-bedroom, I'm roughly staying pretty high occupancy. And you guys can see that, about 90% occupancy. Now, if I go to a 3-bedroom and I apply that, occupancy is much, much lower. It's 81%. Now let's go to a 4-bedroom. How do the 4-bedrooms fare? 4 bedrooms are even a little bit lower. They're about 74% to 70% percentile. And then you go to 5 bedrooms and go into that. And those markets, you can see the 5 bedrooms have as high as 93, so they only had, obviously this was COVID while we saw that down and everything shut down. So they've been doing really well. So personally, 5-bedroom properties or 2-bedroom properties are what's looking the best right now. So we know that's the type of property we're going to look at. But for the sake of this video, what I'm going to go ahead and do is look at those 2-bedroom properties. That way it gives you guys somewhat of an affordable basis. Then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we want to see the active listings. Okay, so we probably know that a 4-bedroom property or 2-bedroom property is going to sleep anywhere between about 2 and 6 people, depending if there's a loft and not. So we can see right here, there's a decent number, of listings out there, but you can see it's been less and less listings out there as more and more homes have not been in the market. We also want to come down here and see what the rental demand and the demand growth is. We want to see how that is. And we're seeing it's pretty stable, which is good. We haven't seen a major uptick. That means we're not seeing a lot of new properties on the market. So we've now identified that a 2-bedroom property is a really, really good property so let's say we're going to look at a 2-bedroom property specifically in Nashville, Tennessee. So we've used AirDNA to identify what is the best type of property that is in there. And they're all great. Any property type, and by property type I mean 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, 6-bedroom, anything in an overall market of A+, you're going to be fine. So that's just kind of being granular. I'm really kind of breaking that down. We see that July is typically the highest occupancy month and January is typically the lowest occupancy month for seasonality. Now what we can actually go ahead and do is from in here, we can actually scroll in and see where they're most are centrally located. However, I have a better trick for you guys. So what we're going to next go ahead and do is we're going to go over to mashedvisor. Mashedvisor, this is a free site. Sign up. Go ahead, in Nashville, Tennessee, I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. Now, what I've gone ahead in here is I've went ahead and I've turned on a heat map. Why are you asking? Well, where are the best returns on cash return based on that property type? So you can come down here and change all these filters, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead on a bedroom count. I'm going to say my minimum bedroom count is 2 and the maximum bedroom count is 3. I want at least 1 bath, no more than, let's say, 3 baths. So we can break that down for us here. And I'm going to go ahead and apply and go ahead. Now it gives me all the different types of properties that are found within there and go ahead and changes my heat map based on the property type I'm looking at. You're probably saying, well, Brian, why is this important? Well, because this is going to tell me what are the great areas that I want to be able to do. I'm going ahead and what you can see is right here, we see our cash on cash return. It's yellow and green are some of the best cash on cash returns. So we're seeing in this Germantown area, up here in the green area, up here in Old Hickory, you're seeing some of those areas. Those are kind of the hot areas. The red areas aren't doing as well. So we definitely want to look at when we're going ahead and when we're looking for property types, we want to see that we really want to focus in on some of these neighborhoods in here. Germantown, downtown Nashville, the Gulch, that's where I have a lot of mine. Coming in here in Music Row, this is where a lot of my properties are right here, are right in this area. So this is all great areas to buy. So now we know the area in which to find the city. Now, how do we find actual properties? Well, there's 2 ways to do it. Now, one is you want to find a great real estate agent in a particular city. So if you guys have a particular city you like, and you don't have an agent in there once you've identified it, go ahead and send me a DM or email me on the email address that's appearing on the screen, and I will let you know of a great real estate agent that is great for that area and specializes in Airbnbs. I have an unbelievable team that I have utilized in a number of different cities. Now, what it's done here is it also tells me a couple properties that are actually for sale, which is really cool. So I can see right here a couple properties that met my metrics that are actually for sale. Now, these just give you a couple ideas. Now, what I've gone ahead and done in this video is I've shown you guys how to determine what type of property to buy within that market. Then I've showed you how to use the heat map in mashedvisor to now go ahead and do that. And then the final component of Airbnb, I'm going to go in and you're going to come down here and you're going to click on top properties. And then from top properties, you're going to want to click your 2-bedroom, right? and then you're going to want to click apply changes. And now you can see right here where the top properties are actually located within this area. And why is this so important is because now I can come here on my map and look. I can go ahead and scroll in and see all those areas of where all the properties are centrally located. So now I know, look, I want to go in and what do you know? Where are they at in that heat map? Look, downtown, Germantown, and the Gulch, right where the heat map said they would be. Now I know the area in which. Now I can go to my real estate agent and say, hey, I am looking for Airbnb properties that are 2-bedroom, 2-bath in the Gulch, Germantown, Music Row, all of that area in Nashville. And I am good because I was pre-approved because I listened to Brian and I got pre-approved for my mortgage loan of up to $700,000 purchase price with 20% down. So now in the next video, I'm going to walk you guys through on how to analyze the profit of an actual particular property. So stay tuned. And remember, if you want to change your life and generate passive income, and you guys are curious about what you could get qualified for with an Airbnb property, Airbnb mortgages is what my team specializes in. That is what we do. And the states in which we lend, which is California, Nevada, Texas, Arizona, Idaho, Florida, and Tennessee are the hot Airbnb markets that I really like. We have a pending in South Carolina and North Carolina coming January of 2022. Don't forget to reach out to us. You can click the link in my bio for more information on how to get pre-approved for a new Airbnb property. And remember, the sites again, AirDNA.co and mashedvisor. And remember, if you get pre-approved by our office, we'll give you a free AirDNA report letting you know, as long as you let us know the city in which you want to buy and the property type you want to buy, we'll go ahead and send that over for you. And that way you guys save you hundreds of dollars of having to subscribe to that for you. So take care, guys, and stay tuned next Friday for the next video dropping on part 4 of how to analyze the profit of an Airbnb property.